A quick video to talk about updates to our final project due to the canceling of in-person residential programming this week. So, some updates. First of all, please don't forget to complete any unfinished work and have it ready to turn in next week. Hopefully, we'll be back in person, but there will be more updates coming later this week. But in the meantime, this is a great time to get caught up on any of that outstanding work that you had for Humanities. Make sure that you check the assignment checklist I handed out in class. If you were not in class these last couple days, to get a checklist from me, feel free to email me and see if you have any outstanding work, or just check your grades on the Canvas page and you'll see anything that was marked incomplete that needs to be finished. So, an update about our final project. We are no longer going to be completing a bloom ball. Unfortunately, things change. Even though we started that yesterday, it's not feasible for you to do at home. It's a lot of work. You also don't have all the materials with you, so we're making some adjustments. Instead, we're going to be making a one-pager to show your learning. So this is a much smaller version of the same projects. And I just really appreciate your flexibility and your resourcefulness and willingness to make it work. So some details about the one-pager. All you need for this project is a piece of paper and something to draw or write with. Hopefully you have colored pencils with you. I know those were passed out at the beginning of programming, or you could use markers, crayons, whatever you have handy. Blank or lined paper is fine. I don't care if you have computer paper. If what you have is lined paper, go ahead and use that. Just grab any blank paper that's around you. You're going to choose 3 prompts to respond to out of the initial 12. So the prompts are still the same as what we were looking at earlier this week. You're just going to choose any 3 that you would like to respond to. You're going to answer using details from Binti and or Black Panther, so you can mix and match as you want to, but you need to be pulling from one of those 2 resources. You should aim to fill up the entire page with words, sketches, and color, and you should be ready to share your one-pager with others on Wednesday, August 3rd. That's next week, or a week from today, the 27th. Whether or not we're in person, you should have that one-pager ready to share, so make sure it's completed by then. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of one-pagers that I've had from previous students so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this is an example of a one-pager that a student did based on Binti. As you can see, they did a nice little drawing here of a Medusa. They did a border, they have a title on there, they've used a lot of color, and they're answering some prompts that are very similar to what you were looking at. So they have some vocabulary words on there, they've made connections to other readings, they've made connections to the world, and their writing is nice and neat and easy to read. Here are some other examples. You can see on the left-hand side that this student used lined paper, which is totally fine. It still turned out really nice. They have some questions on there, some sketches. On the right side, the student has kind of split up their page into multiple sections. Here are another couple examples. Again, they've got a nice big title. This one on the left has a little less writing in it, but that's okay. They've still answered several prompts, which is important. This one on the right uses a nice amount of color, so I wanted to share it with you. Here's the final example. This student did a great job of breaking up their paper into multiple different sections, so it's easy to tell that things are kind of sectioned off into their own area. The last thing I wanted to mention is that I'm going to have Zoom hours tomorrow, Thursday, July 28th. I'll have my Zoom room open from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. You can join my Zoom meeting by clicking the link found on that day's Canvas page. It's in the modules under week 4. I've updated those pages and I'll add more details later tonight. Or you can enter the meeting ID, and I have the meeting ID here on the screen, so you can pause and enter that in if you need to. Hop on Zoom at any point within those hours, 11 to noon and 1 to 2, and you can just ask me questions, bounce ideas off of me, clarify anything about the one-pager assignment, or any outstanding work that you have questions about. So, I hope to see you guys on Zoom tomorrow. Email me with any questions that you have, and we will get through the rest of this program.